up, everybody? This is KT, and you're listening to the Jamaica Funk Show. Boy, I tell you today, we got a great show for you. I'm going to be joined by my co host from my Thursday show, Johanna Bright, and we're going to talk about Black history. And we're going to tell you why it is so important for all Americans to stick together pertaining to Black history. We looked at that subject, and what we realized is that we only acknowledge Black history 1 month out of the year, which don't make a lot of sense whatsoever. So we're going to change that. So from now on Wednesdays, we will be coming on with Black History Wednesday. So it's something new that we're doing. I hope you guys like it. So in the meantime, I got something new for you. It's called Reset, and it's by a young lady by the name of Amira Green. So sit back, relax, grab that last piece of jerk chicken and whatever it is that you're eating and drinking, and get ready for some Shona, Mama Shut Your Mouth, reggae music, and Reset by Amira
Reset.
Green.
Reset. If you had the opportunity to live life over without limits or boundaries, having the ability to manifest your goals and dreams with the opportunity to live life on your terms, would you be willing to develop the greatness in you, stepping into a new dimension that supports your expectation of life? Each of us has the power to step out of ordinary into extraordinary living, a life filled with limitless opportunities with the access to an abundance of everything. But it starts with resetting your 5 senses. See, our 5 senses gives us the ability to hear, see, taste, smell, and hold. Some of us have put our life on hold because of the negative things we have been told throughout life's journey. What we have seen and heard have caused us to put up roadblocks, leading us down the path called Impossibility Boulevard, detouring us from smelling the roses, tasting and partaking in the beauty of unlimited possibilities that life has to offer. It's time to reset our thinking, creating a new reality that demands us to be optimistic in the midst of adversity, knowing there is always a way out when we are able to look beyond the obstacles and see the opportunity within. Living life on our terms start with making a commitment to become invincible and unstoppable when it comes to our goals and dreams, refusing to be defeated or mistreated, having the courage to put life on blast, no longer requiring life's approval, choosing to live life the way we see it and not the way life dictates or demands. Each of us have the power to press reset. When we reset our life, it resets our reality, causing us to live on purpose. The kind of life that I'm referring to will cause controversy amongst the turtles when you start running with the giraffes. No longer will you allow negative conversation within or without keep you from coming out of the box. Our determination will cause us to push through the impossibilities, rising to the call of it's possible, moving us forward onto higher grounds. Elevation, exploitation brings new players to the game. Fresh ideas and courage will eliminate fear, breaking the barriers that have had us chained, refusing to be held back in the game we call life. This is your season of opportunities. Today is your day to live life on purpose. Impulse won't do. Put life on notice. There is greatness in you. Don't be sold by the negative stories you've been told. Living life on your terms is possible. But that negative conversation, see, that's what's old. There is nothing new under the sun. Whatever you want to be or do, there is someone who has already begun the journey on the road you desire to travel to. It's your turn. Now let your feet hit the gravel. When you live on purpose, it demolishes the thoughts of it's impossible, enlarging your horizon and opening the doors to unlimited opportunities, moving you beyond involvement into commitment. See, the pig was always committed, whereas the chicken only got involved. If you are ready for a revolution to take place in your life, then now is the time for you to become bold, ambitious, and radical. You have the potential to live an extraordinary life. Your goals and dreams are dependent on you to free them from within so they can rock the world and blow minds across the globe, opening new doors and giving opportunity to those that have been sold on it's impossible to live your dreams. The world will see your story alone, that ambition is the vehicle that awakens dreams. Being radical makes us be determined to see the possibilities in the negative advertisement. And potential declares, I have what it takes to manifest my goals and dreams. If I have to retrain and refuel to be able to endure the journey, I am determined to deliver what I came to earth to give. I suggest that you start today by building a team of people, starting with yourself, that is willing to motivate and inspire you. When times get rough, encourage yourself to continue moving forward, staying committed to the journey, knowing if you believe in your dreams and can see them, have faith, you will definitely achieve them. Each of us has dreams that are worth living. The people that are living their dreams refuse to allow the gravity of negativity to pull them down, nor are they waiting for greatness to be created or show up on their doorstep. They understand that greatness is not created, nor is it discovered. It is awakened and developed from within. This is your time to shine and your season for greatness. Are you ready to awaken and develop the greatness in you? You know what you got to do. Press reset.
So I hope you guys enjoyed Reset. I'm so proud to play that because that is a piece from my baby sister, Miss Amira Green. And it's very, very inspirational. So I hope you all enjoyed it. So without any further ado, y'all, I got my girl of girls on the phone. Say hi, Joe. Miss Johanna Bright from Joe's Poetry. Yes, excerpts from my resume. So, so me and Joe have teamed up to do a Wednesday night show, as I told you earlier, on Black History and why it is so important for America to understand the contributions that Black people have made, and not just one month out of the year, which is February. You know, Black History occurs all day, every day. And so we are educating the masses about the accomplishments that Black people have accomplished while being here in America in slavery and today. So today we're going to talk about a guy by the name of Ernest Everett Just. Joe, so and he's, you know, he's a pioneer, and oh, we want to help you all to understand why all Americans need to stick together, no matter what your color is. So through this, we hope that we can achieve this. So, Joe, we're talking about Mr. Ernest Everett Just. And,
mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was a great idea that we come up with a way to empower each other through education. You know, because everything's about education. Everybody's always talking about the more you know, the more work you become and all that. And so I think that this is a good idea. Ernest E. Just. You may give me just, I want to give you just a quick snap on him. He was born in 1883.
Yes.
Well, and he died in 1941.
Right, but he was born in Charleston. He was born in Charleston, South Carolina, and he died in Washington,
right.
D.C.
Right. He moved all the way up here on his own to New York, right? Because he's from the South. Mm-hmm. He moved all the way up to New York, working hand to mouth. You know, he didn't have a job, and it was considered a time. And he worked his way to New York so that he could go to school. Because his mother told him that, you know, you're not going to get anywhere being down here. You need to go up north. And so he followed his mother's advice, and he moved all the way up here to New York, probably got sick. And he attended Kimberly Union Academy in New York City. And then he graduated and he attended Dartmouth College.
Yeah, Dartmoor College. You kind of broke up there. I just want to make sure people know that it was Dartmoor College and the University of Chicago.
Right. And he wasn't really all that happy about school at first until he enrolled in biology class. Interesting. And he began to study cells, and that's where his notoriety comes from. His theory was on the cell and how the relationship was between the different parts of the cell. I'm going to just read you what they wrote about him in Life Sciences from the Museum of Science and Industry. And basically what they say is Ernest Just's greatest success was challenge of a widely accepted theory about cells. And it states that the entire cell is dependent upon the nucleus for survival. This theory did not make sense to him. He conducted many years of research at the Marine Biological Laboratories in Home, Massachusetts, studying the relationship between the different parts of the cell. Today, cell research is based on his theory and technique.
And why is that so important to America? Why is cell research so important to America that this guy developed?
The electrons, atoms, all those things, and they only happen because we know how cells are important to our blood, our whole biological makeup,
our existence, period.
And it's because of his theory, because of the theories that he developed regarding the cells and their relationship to each other and the different parts of the cell. It's like the studies have advanced in medicine today.
Yeah, and he's known as the first, it says, an early ecological, ecological. Let me get the words out of my mouth.
Well, you said it right twice.
I know, but I'm trying to get that word out of my mouth. My tongue is twisting and turning, but it ain't letting me do it. And early ecological developmental biologists. Okay? And that has to do with our environment. That has to do a lot with our environment, and the development of it. And if stuff like this wasn't, yeah, absolutely, at STEM research. That's right.
That's basically stem cells are the things that people are, some parents thinking that it's okay to have a baby, use their stem cells to cure their baby that they have this thing. So,
And not only that, but the thing we have called DNA. Without this development, we wouldn't have DNA.
exactly. Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Now, Ernest also went to Howard University, but from what I'm reading, 5 years later, he became the head of the biology department. 5 years. How
Wow.
about that? After he graduated, 5 years later, after he graduated from Howard University, which is a very prestigious black university, he
Mhm.
became head of that department. And he was also a member of the University School of Medicine and head of the Department of Physiology. He encouraged black students at Howard University to enter the medical field because there was a great need for doctors in the black community. Very much like that.
Mhm. So this guy, I mean, I'm reading a little bit on him, and it says, 3 lines of evidence are given. First, just believe that innate knowledge of the natural history of the marine animal under study, hence the natural setting in which the fertilization occurs, was essential. And it's essential to the philosophy and the contributions that this guy has given to science. Um, Actually, what was it? Was it April 30th? April 22nd was National Science Day, and that's when they did the National Science March on America. And countries, I think it was like 600 countries outside of America that also had some input into the Science March or were out marching for science. What Americans don't understand is how important the study of science is to our very continuation of existence on this planet.
Oh, most definitely. And it makes you, it just shows you that, when we were talking about this prior to, I forget when we were talking about something, but you and I we were trying to really just get a good foundation of why we want to have um, Black History Wednesday. Um, we don't want to do it just because we feel like it's a great idea to do. We don't want to do it because we want to have people who join it in. We want to educate everybody, not just the black community, but everybody to understand that our lives matter because we have an integral part in making this country, and more importantly, the world. When you have somebody like Ernest who has this theory that becomes the basis for all other theories and techniques, with blood cells and you know
Fertilization, animal cells, biology, natural biology, the pure essence of. Go ahead.
no, simply because he thought, well, the theory states that the entire cell is dependent upon the movement, and it didn't make sense to him. And because it didn't make sense to him, he developed a theory that made, we talk about fertilization, stem cell research, cleaning blood, why do people have diseases, and how they actually find cures for diseases. Because of the cell research that they do.
or your inheritance, what you inherit, what your basic makeup projects for future of your life.
Exactly. Why do I have blue eyes? Why do I have gray hair? Why? Because I have a son who's born with gray hair, and it was growing down his forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Why do those kind of anomalies happen? Why do I have brown skin and these beautiful Aborigine children in Australia? They're born with this beautiful brown, gorgeous complexion, and some of them have blonde hair. All that happens because of a thing that he developed, and then now using techniques to find the answers to these questions. And this is done by a black man. Understand that.
Absolutely.
His contribution made his life matter.
It made our lives matter. And it made, yeah, and it made the world's life, matter. That's why we say Black Lives Matter, because our contributions to the world make a difference in our day-to-day life. Guys, we're going to take a break, and we got more. We're coming back. But I want you to listen to some show enough. Mama, shut your mouth. Reggae music. Well, I remind.
Leave without you, thought everything would be fine. I saw nothing special about you, but still you were plaguing my mind. I used to take you for granted, you were the last name in my life. Presently you're the most wanted at the top of my line. And it was yesterday I saw you down the lane, you and my best friend. My heart felt the pain. And now I'm falling in love all over again. Yeah. How could I ever doubt that you were my friend? I'm falling in love all over again. Watch this. How could I ever doubt that you were my friend? Oh, said that big man don't cry. You never miss the water till you well run dry. Would you find it in your heart to give me one more blight? I won't abuse the situation. This time I won't lie. On my nightly conversation, also me lullaby. Fresh sweet orange juice, and me ends well fried. Garments well clean, from me socks to me tie. She's a friend, also a lover. That mean me not be shy. Fi express myself straight up to the sky. You, ooh, say that big man don't cry. You never miss the water till you well run dry. Me say, ooh, say that big man don't cry. Now I'm falling in love all over again. It's only natural. How could I ever doubt that you were my friend? Right now I'm falling in love all over again. As I was saying, how could I ever doubt that you were my friend? Woman on this arm, you sweet chat, I know you massage me back. It burn me obviously say time I get that. Woman want affection, somebody feeling pan. Through me ignorance, me never understand. I'm going to take time out to show me love motion. I make you know we can't stop, can't respond. I am the greatest lover boy in the island. More time you slip up, more time you go around. Hear me out, woman, I make you understand. Even the wisest man, the great King Solomon. Take what him picky and get a wrong bang. That's how him lose him tune in the great Babylon. So me say, oh, say that big man don't cry. I learn the hard way, woman don't ask me why you. Thought I could live without you. Thought everything would be fine. I saw nothing special about you, but still you were plaguing my mind. I used to take you for granted, you were the last name in my life. Presently you're the most wanted at the top of my line. And it was yesterday I saw you down the lane, you and my best friend. My heart felt the pain. And now I'm falling in love all over again. Yeah. How could I ever doubt that you were my friend? I'm falling in love all over again. Watch this. How could I ever doubt that you were my Would you find it in your heart to give me one more blight? I won't abuse the situation. This time I won't lie. Want my nightly conversation. Also me lullaby. Fresh squeeze orange juice. And me ends well fried. Garments well clean. From me socks to me tie. She's a friend, also a lover. That mean me not for shy. Fi express myself straight up to the sky. You, ooh, say that big man don't cry. You never miss the water till you well run dry. Me say, ooh, say that big man don't cry.
I'm falling in love all over again.
It's only natural.
How could I ever doubt that you were mine? Right now I'm falling in love all over again.
As I was saying,
How could I ever doubt that you were mine?
woman on his hand, you sweet chat. I know you massage me back. It done me have a sister time I get that. Woman want affection, somebody feeling bad. Through me ignorance, me never understand. I'm going to take time out to show me love motion. I make you know we can't stop correspond. I am the greatest lover boy in the island. More time you slip up, more time you go run. Hear me out, woman, I beg you understand. Even the wisest man, the great King Solomon. Take what him picky and get a wrong bang. That's how him lose him tune in the great Babylon. So me say, oh, say that big man don't cry. I learn the hard way. Woman, don't ask me why you. Oh, say that big man don't cry.
All right, guys. So now we got somebody else for you today. And if you just joined us, I'm here. I'm KT. You're listening to the Jamaica Funk Show. And I'm here with my co-host from our Thursday show, Miss Johanna Bright. Say hey, Joe.
Hey, people.
So we've started this new thing called Black History Wednesday. And we're just telling you a few Black history facts about why the contributions from Black people throughout American history, why Black lives matter. Not that other lives don't matter, because all life matter. But we want you to understand that we are a great contributor to society. And our contributions, without our contributions, things wouldn't be the way they are. You know, life as you know it would not exist because we developed a lot of things that have furthered us as far as technology, as far as health, as far as all kinds of stuff. Okay? So we just got through talking about a guy by the name of Ernest Everett Just. And you can Google him, Ernest Everett Just, or Ernest E. Just. And now we're going to talk about Miss Patricia Cowing. That's Cowings. Okay, so and she was an astrospace psychologist, an African woman at NASA. She was trained as an astronaut. So Joe, you want to take it away?
Okay, so Patricia Cowling, I'm going to just call her Miss Cowling for future today. She was a psychophysiologist. She may still be a psychophysiologist. I do not see a deceased date. She was born in 1948.
Yeah, she's still alive. According to this, she's still alive.
Okay, because I'm looking at the book that I have that I came from. It doesn't have a deceased date, so I'm not googling anything. I'm reading from one of my own old books. Okay,
Right.
so she has. Yes, I am good. I am not googling anything. So after she graduated from college, when she got her bachelor's degree, she went on and she received her master's degree and her PhD at the University of California. Her major was in psychology, yet she was intrigued by the field of engineering, and she decided to enroll in a course offered by the engineering department. And because of that, and she knew where most all fields at the time.
Wow. And motion sickness is what you get when you get on a ship, or for some folks, it's even when you get on the airplane. So you can imagine motion sickness in a capsule going to the moon, you know.
Her research, yeah, her research and development exercises helping astronauts maintain muscle strength while in space. It was because of her determination to succeed and just to work her work ethic alone that she was very, very much respected in the scientists across the country. And this promise also helped her break the barrier for gender and color. And her determination was important to her personal and scientific achievements. She's quoted as saying, "Don't give up no matter how bad or scary it gets, not even when you ask yourself, what am I doing here?"
Absolutely. So we will be back next Wednesday talking about African American and Black American history, because all of us are not necessarily from Africa. Uh, some of us were literally born here or were here when the settlers from Europe came to this country. So, but it is Black history, and we want to talk about it, and we want to educate not only African Americans or Black Americans, but we want every American to understand our history and know about our history, because what the government did is they stole our history from us. They did the same thing to us that they're doing to the American Indian right now. And when you steal history from a people, they forget from where they were and how they got to where they are. And it lets the people around them get to know who they are and be able to respect them. And the average Black person, all we're asking for in this country is to be respected and to be treated fairly and like everybody else is being treated, and not to have these things called privilege, whether it be white privilege, male privilege, whatever kind of privilege it is, because privilege has proven time and time over to create nothing but ignorance and divisiveness. And it is time for us to stop dividing. There are other parts of math that we can do. We can multiply, add, and subtract. Joe, I know you got a short piece of poetry for me. Can you give me something, Joe? Ah, it sounds like we may have missed her or lost her. So you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to play Joe's poetry piece. It's called White Privilege, Black History. So just give me a minute, and we got that going on in just a few. Just a few, guys. We're going to play White Privilege and Black History. But in the meantime, while we're looking for it, I just want to let you know you're listening to the Jamaica Funk Show. You're listening to the Jamaica Funk Show. Sorry about that. We all got them cell phones. With KT and Johanna Bright talking about Black history. Joe, just a moment. Joe? Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I got you back. Listen, do you have a piece that's about 4 to 5 minutes long that you can give us? A piece of poetry? Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll play White Privilege and Black History.
I think that's appropriate.
All right, let's do White Privilege and Black History. So, guys, here it is.
Black history.
This is my problem with all these fabulous, amazing, and wonderful protests and gatherings. All the nations that have come together to help the indigenous people to keep big corporations from drilling for oil on their native land and sacred burial grounds. I mean, we want to keep them from destroying the ecosystem for what could possibly be 100 generations. It's so amazing how every nation came together again and protested in every airport in the country, and how ride-sharing came to a halt. The workers just refused to work, and the CEO of the company, he donated $1 million to the cause. And just thinking about the unfathomable amount of human beings around the world that came together for the Women's March, it blows me away. Even the press and all the mass media are in one accord against the Orange administration because their integrity is in question, as if it wasn't before. Every person I know has an opinion of outrage and disgust, everyone agreeing to that moral outrage because of the actions of the current administration. See, I can call them that at least. But what about us, the disenfranchised black people of this country? We who protested and cried out for help when Trayvon and Michael and Eric and dozens more black men were murdered in their own neighborhoods through the abuse of authority in the police force in this country. Where was the moral outrage of all the nations in this country then? Where were the veterans and the women's rights groups and the Muslims and the immigrants who are being rounded up and told they have to leave now? Where are the Mexicans who are looking at a possible wall built to keep them out of this country? I want to laugh at that, but I won't. Where are the indigenous people? All 60 nations. What's left of 500 that originally lived on the eastern seaboard of this country. The press was there because there was a story to be told and sold to get shares on the market. Where were the judges and politicians making stands and speeches and proclamations, overturning unjust and poor decisions, demanding investigations into each and every one of the officers involved, changing the laws? They have that authority. You looked at us as we marched and yelled in righteous indignation, crying out for justice, begging to be seen and heard by deaf ears. There was a dead silence for many of our non-black communities. While I really do understand that many of you do agree that the treatment of my people has been deplorable, disgusting, and inhumane, why didn't you come out in droves and become that protective shield that everyone else has with your white privilege? You know, if you all just showed up, that protest would have went differently. But you didn't. Black history tells the truth. Black Lives Matter, the social activism group, has been petitioned to the Senate to be designated as a terrorist group. Whom did we terrorize? When was your way of life in jeopardy? Were you afraid we would march right up to your doorstep and shine a light on your white privilege? Did you think that the financial value of your home would decrease if you showed up? Did you think that your precious children, and they are, will see the evil underbelly of racism that is the beast that devours this country? Progressives, liberals, Democrats, Republicans, you all say all lives matter. And they do. Mine just matters less than yours. And if you think I'm blowing smoke up your ass or whining, there's your proof right there about how you really feel. Come out from behind your doors and windows. Stop using your children as an excuse for not showing up. We know it's a dangerous undertaking to stand side by side with us. We know because we are that underbelly of hatred. We are the disenfranchised. I know you're afraid that the police will not see your white privilege and shoot you too. But this is what we face every day. Do I have to remind you of the bodies hung on trees, metaphorically called strange fruit? We're that strange fruit. Do I have to continue to draw your attention to the young black men burned on a cross and laid on a heap of smoldering wood while white privilege stands around gawking at him, proud of what they've done? Do I have to show you Philip Castile dying from a gunshot wound on social media video from a police officer who saw him as a threat to society and not a father of the child in the back seat or the wife of the mother in the front seat behind the wheel, begging him to stay alive through the mere virtue of his own will. He died anyway, and the wife was handcuffed, the child taken, temporarily. However, we are called terrorists, and you buy into it. Why? What terrors in the night have we brought upon you? Do you lay awake at night thinking, I could just join that march, it would have made a difference? But the police might not have seen my white privilege. All they may see is, what? Human beings standing for the rights of other human beings? You have the power to make the powers that be see me as a human being. You have the power to turn aside the tide of racism to love and acceptance of your fellow man. You used it on the righteous indignation you felt when immigrants were banned from our country. You used it when you heard a wall was being built to keep out our southern brothers from another mother. You felt it when the rights of women were being stepped on for the umpteenth time in the greatest march in the history of protests. But when we get together to protest the hypocrisy of our government, the unjust treatment of our people, the genocide of a nation, you go stone cold silent. We continue to cry out for help for all the unjust, discriminatory, and outright hateful actions against us. And you know that they are. But you won't stand with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Miss Johanna Bright doing Black History, White Privilege. So Joe has been our guest this evening. As a matter of fact, she's been our co-host this evening. Not just our guest, but our co-host. And she and I will be co-hosting this show every Wednesday night doing Black History Wednesday. So Joe, tell people where they can actually get a hold of some of your poetry if they are interested.
Well, obviously they're interested.
Yes. Yes.
They can reach out on the website and safe and secure at Mama Yaya, MOMAYAYA.wixsite, WIXSITE.com/website. And there they can look at my YouTube videos. They can listen to my own radio blog for poetry song. They can read my poetry of the Jones of Joe's Life, Mama's Bed, excerpts from my resume and my resume. And while they're there, there's a link where they can go to Amazon.com
Okay.
and buy their copy of my resume.
Okay. And guys, I just want to say, without you, there would not be any us. Thank you for being here with us on the Jamaica Funk Show. And with that, God bless. Well, Ireman.
That girl them out of bubble over for up to the time, you know it's called Taz. Told them I'm here. See me, I said, the ladies, you know, living a life eccentric, authentic, the sky. Those ladies over there, I think they need some antiseptic.
You know they kill the hot girl. You was a cute baby when your man say natural. No boy can't say you casual. As usual, give them phone number refusal. Cause you know they kill the hot girl. You was a cute baby when your man say natural. No boy can't say you casual. As usual, give them phone number refusal. You no carry me a tea, that a dirty class. So if a your man she want, she no fit her. Stretch her hand when you a pass, make you chop it her. If you in a Versace shot, start your pop it her. She in a dirty shot, tell her, take it her. So put it her. To how you take Magdalene to her. When you shop in a Jamaica, you shop a manapa. And the gun she can't shop no very bad. You know they see the hot girl. You was a cute baby when your man say natural. No boy can't say you casual. As usual, give them phone number refusal. Cause you know they see the hot girl. You was a cute baby when your man say natural. No boy can't say you casual. As usual, give them phone number refusal. DRDNG mean dirty garments. And our life rewind to the past tense. Cause it's full of torments. Jerry Springer suffer in front of a life through the hardest. But you're not a disgrace to your parents. You deal with them various monthly payments. Your life in a sequence. Your body full of iron, calcium, necessary ingredients. You know they see the hot girl. You was a cute baby when your man say natural. No boy can't say you casual. As usual, give them phone number refusal. I don't know they see the hot girl. You was a cute baby when your man say natural. No boy can't say you casual. As usual, give them phone number refusal.